Hello everybody, Sam from Orlando here. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. I really appreciate it. If you could take a quick moment, please click like and subscribe. It means the world to me, especially as I try to get this channel up and running. Now, as we get started, I want to give a big shout out to my good friend Boat Shoes. I know what you're saying to yourself, folks. You're saying, oh my gosh, you have a good friend Boat Shoes as well? Well, yes, I do. Now, Boat Shoes, thank you very much for the recommendation that I read a story to the folks out there on the internet. Today's story, it's gripping. It's actually about a home invasion where this burglar breaks into the home of this beautiful young family and decides that she's going to squat there. Now, I don't want to give anything away, but it may work out in the end, and there may even be a little cliffhanger as well. Don't worry, we'll get there. Okay, so today's story is The Three Bears, a little golden book. Now, The Three Bears, as told by Mabel Watts, illustrated by June Goldsboro. Once upon a time, three bears plumped themselves down before three bowls of porridge, piping hot from the pot. Ouch, growled the great big Papa Bear in his gruff, growly voice. I burned my tongue. And I burned my nose, squeaked Roly-Poly Baby Bear in his teddy bear voice. The middle-sized Mama Bear blew at the steam. I'm so sorry, she said in her lady bear voice. The three bears fanned their tongues. They ran for the water bucket. Let's take a walk while our porridge cools, said Papa Bear. Walking is good for the appetite, said Mama Bear, and we need exercise. So off they waddled into the woods. A few minutes later, a little girl named Goldilocks came skipping along toward the cottage of the three bears. She was making a crown of daisies to wear on her golden hair. Then she smelled the porridge. Hi, she called through the open door. Is anyone home? There was no answer, so Goldilocks walked in and looked around. She saw the three bowls of porridge cooling on the table. It looks so good, she said. It smells good, and I'm hungry. First, Goldilocks tasted the porridge in Papa Bear's bowl. Too hot, she said. Too salty. She tasted the porridge in Mama Bear's medium-sized bowl. Too cold, she said, shaking her head. She sipped the porridge in Baby Bear's wee tiny bowl. Just right, said Goldilocks. She ate it all. In a cozy corner, Goldilocks saw three rocking chairs. First, she tried the big roomy one belonging to Papa Bear. Too hard, said Goldilocks. Next, she tried the middle-sized chair belonging to Mama Bear. Bright and pretty, said Goldilocks, but too soft. She tried Baby Bear's little red rocker. Just the right size, said Goldilocks, but she rocked too hard, and she rocked too fast, and snap, crack, clatter, down went the chair into little pieces. I'd try to fix it, said Goldilocks, if I weren't so sleepy. Upstairs, under the eaves, stood three beds in a row. First, Goldilocks tried Papa Bear's enormous big bed. Bumpy as a sack of pebbles, she said. Much too hard. Mama Bear's middle-sized bed was stuffed full of fluffy thistledown. Plop! Goldilocks sank down deep into the middle. Too soft, she sneezed. She could hardly climb out. Baby Bear's little wee bed felt comfy and cozy. Goldilocks yawned. This bed is just right, she whispered drowsily, and soon she was sound asleep. And that's when the three bears got back from their walk, smiling and carrying honeycombs. But their smiles soon turned to frowns. Someone's been eating my porridge, roared Papa Bear in a terrible voice. And someone has been eating my porridge, fussed Mama Bear in her lady bear voice. Someone has eaten my porridge all up, squeaked Baby Bear in his teddy bear voice. Every last spoonful. Papa Bear thumped into the next room. Someone has been sitting in my chair, he thundered. Mine too, said Mama Bear. I wonder who. Someone has been sitting in my chair, sobbed Baby Bear, and broken it all to pieces. A burglar, said Mama Bear. A giant, said Baby Bear. Wait till I get my paws on him, growled Papa Bear. Up the stairs, on tiptoe, went the three bears. Someone has been sleeping in my bed, declared Papa Bear. Someone has been sleeping in my bed. Why, the covers are all mussed up, said Mama Bear. Someone has been sleeping in my bed, squealed Baby Bear. And look, here she is. It isn't a burglar, said Mama Bear, coming closer. It isn't a giant, whispered Baby Bear. Just a tired little girl, said Papa Bear. Goldilocks opened her eyes and blinked. Up she jumped, screaming, Bears! Down the stairs she ran, her golden hair flying. Out the door, through the woods, away, away, away. I wanted that little girl to stay and play, said Baby Bear sadly. She'll come this way again, promised Mama Bear. And in the end, the three bears did get their breakfast. The end. That's The Three Bears, a Little Golden Book. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what did you think? I don't recall Mama Bear saying anything about Goldilocks making her way back in that direction again. It's very interesting because it's almost ominous when she says it. And I always thought that Goldilocks had learned her lesson. First of all, be careful when you're out in the woods by yourself. Secondly, never go to a strange house. You don't know who lives there. Third, the door is open, okay? Don't just help yourself and make your way in. That's dangerous. And then especially, don't start stealing from other people. You're eating their food. You know, I don't know what jobs the parents have, but I'm sure it's difficult out there, especially in today's economy. I mean, we all know about inflation, right? Porridge isn't as cheap as it used to be even just a handful of years ago. Different topic for a different time. They're also raising a small child. Even with the tax credits, it's still going to be difficult. Is it a weekend? What's going on? Why is everybody home? Do they work nights? I don't know. I am glad that it is apparent that the little baby bear is loved. They're trying to support and provide for this child. Beautiful there. But, I mean, who are Goldilocks' parents and why are they just letting her run rampant through the neighborhood? A couple of other things. Goldilocks breaks Baby Bear's rocking chair. She just broke it. Then she says, I tried to fix it if I weren't so sleepy. What the heck is that? Guys, you broke it, own up to it. Either fix it or pay for a new one. Okay, sorry about that. Little tangent. I do appreciate that she got in all three beds. She's like, no, these aren't going to work until she got into the last one. Then she didn't even try to explain what was going on. She woke up, she saw these three bears, and instead of trying to apologize, she just went for the door. Legally, they probably could have detained her. I don't want to get too far into what the possibilities were, but did they call the police? They seemed to have just let it go. I would have notified the authorities. Definitely would have started closing the door. Definitely started locking it. All right. That's a story for another time. One final thing on the three bears. She'll come this way again, promised Mama Bear. Mama promised she's going to be coming this way again? Are they out to get her now? Are they going to welcome her? I know Baby Bear just wanted her to stay and play. You tell me. Do you remember this part of the story? If you do, please leave your information down in the comments. I'd love to know more about how you learned this story. I always remember it being called Goldilocks and the Three Bears, not just the Three Bears. But again, I guess the focus is the Three Bears. They're the ones whose lives were disrupted here, right? Okay. If nothing else, they have an amazing story to tell. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. This has been Sam from Orlando. Again, if you don't mind, please click like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Big shout out to my good friend Boat Shoes. Thanks again. You guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.